Tell me, is it true that Southern Utah may run out of all available housing in less than 2 months? We'll learn about that right after this intro. Folks, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Here we talk about buying, selling, and investing in real estate, as well as living, working, and playing in Southern Utah. And in today's episode, Meatball decided to join us. So if those of you that have been wondering what is the creature that is making all the noises behind the scenes in some of my videos, meet Meatball. He's a 6.5-year-old French bulldog, and our world at times revolves around him. So today he blessed us with his presence, but you're not here to learn about Meatball, even though he's partaking in this video and taking a nap on my desk. Today, we're talking about the real estate market performance here in St. George in the month of August. We've observed some really crazy things, so I'm just going to dive right into it and walk you guys through what's happening here and partly what's happening in the country. So looking at the real estate market performance for the month of August, we could see pretty much a straight drop. So starting from April of 2020, our grand total number of active listings in Washington County went from over 1,400 down to about 700. So we lost about 50% of our inventory. That's largely to the effect of having interest rates at less than 3%, which drove a lot more buyer activity, and partly with people fleeing other parts of the United States and coming to warm Southern Utah, which resulted again in greater buyer activity. As we look at our absorption rate year over year, absorption rate is availability. It kind of measures the availability of inventory as well as the velocity of inventory, because it's a measure of all available housing in months. So in other words, if current market performance continued, how long exactly will it take for Southern Utah to have no more homes to sell? Currently, it's at 1.63%, or 1.63 months rather. So in less than 1.6 months, so in less than 2 months, if we added no new listings on the market and this activity continued, we would have no more inventory, no more housing inventory for anyone to choose from. Just to give you an idea, this market has always been booming. And in August of 2019, we reported absorption rate of 3.11 months. So we had nearly double of available housing inventory just a year ago. Median sale price, so average sale price went up from $401,000 to $452,000. So the prices are on a rise. And most recently, some of these prices are attributed to the new tariffs on lumber. Meatball doesn't like that either. New tariffs on lumber and increased cost of construction. Some builders are reporting increased cost of construction up to as high as 18%, which still needs to be verified. I feel like 18% is a very lofty number. Total number of sold listings in August was 500, which is about a 4.8% increase year over year. Total number of listings that went under contract this August was 569, which is a 33% increase year over year. It's a pretty substantial lift. Total number of active listings was 678. So we finished August with only 678 total listings to choose from. And to kind of give you an idea of comparison, just so you could put these stats in perspectives, there are about 678 listings and about 1,500 real estate agents. So we've got more than double agents versus available listings to sell. And this is across the entire spectrum. This is entry-level housing all the way through multi-million-dollar listings. So there's a total of 678 to choose from. Total number of new listings that hit the market was 538, which is actually nearly a 10% decrease year over year. And if you are thinking about selling your home in this crazy market, you're probably wondering about, well, how long is it going to stay on the market? Median combined days on the market in August of 2020 was just 19, which is about a 40% decrease year over year, as last August median combined days on the market was at 32. So if you're thinking about selling your house, you could sell really fast, but then the question comes, what's next? Based on what we're seeing in the market right now, this is a little bit more of real life data, right? Not just the numbers that I shared with you, but now let's try to make sense of these numbers and put these numbers in perspective. So if you're thinking about moving to Southern Utah and you're deciding on building or buying, these are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. If you are looking at the entry-level price point, now I use terms like entry-level loosely and strictly based on what we're seeing in this market. So at this point, entry-level would be anything below $450,000. New construction doesn't really begin below $450,000. So if you're thinking about building a new home, $450,000 would be kind of that entry point. If you're thinking about making an offer on a property that's priced below $450,000, there's a good chance that there are way more buyers than sellers in that price range. So typically, you can expect multiple offers and you can expect competing within those multiple offers. And Michon and I have a couple of successful strategies that we're happy to share with you in case if you're just getting tired of being bid out in a multiple offer situation. Trust me, there is a way. Just give us a call. I will post our contact information below just so that I'd be happy to share our strategies and practices in the event if you find yourself shopping in that price range. It is challenging, but it's not impossible as long as you have the right agent on your side. Once we break through that entry-level price point, and if we're talking $500,000 and up, most listings are going under contract at asking or slightly above asking. But this is where you typically have a little bit more options to choose from. You have a little bit more time. Meatball is completely bored with this part of my presentation. He just turned around, in case if anybody was wondering. But if you're shopping from $500,000 and above, this is where you actually get more exciting options. You get nicer properties, typically larger properties. This is where you start to see homes that are higher in square footage. You know, you're going out from 2,500 square feet up to about 3,000 or 4,000, and you definitely have some great options to choose from. So if you're cashing out from a property that you're selling right now and you have 500 plus, you're still in that comfortable area. However, 500 to 600,000, there's typically about 50 to 60 active listings on the market that go under contract relatively fast, but that segment tends to get replenished a little faster than anything that's below that because there's fewer people that are competing with offers. Now, if you're thinking about placing your property on the market, pricing it right is still extremely important. You have to be mindful of how long your home spends on the market. And in the given scenario, a lot of sellers have a tendency to go well above anyone's expectations because they're banking on the idea of selling their home for the top dollar, but we're starting to run into some issues with appraisals. Appraisers are starting to regulate the market, and we're starting now more than ever seeing appraisals that are falling apart. So pricing your property within the average in the neighborhood, or the average that's the comparable properties are selling for, would be the key. Folks, if you're thinking about moving to Southern Utah, if you're thinking about buying, building, or investing in this area, please be sure to give me a call. I would be happy to share my expertise and guide you through that process. If you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell right next to it so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will appreciate your feedback in a form of likes or dislikes. Giving this video a thumbs up will recommend this video to more people that may find this content useful, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.